inside. Think you're better. Not an inside. Think you're better. Probably are. Think you're better. Probably are. I will beat on this later. I will slay the slayers. I will beat on this later. I will slay the slayers. Then she has been drinking dry. Us behind while she lies. Then she has been drinking dry. Us behind while she lies. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Think you're hot. Totally not. Think you're hot. Totally not. You're so conceited. Yes, you are. You're so conceited. Yes, you are. I will beat on this layer. I will slay the Savior. I will beat on this layer. I will slay the Savior. Then she has been drinking dry. I'm behind while she lies. Then she has been drinking dry. I'm behind while she lies. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Think you're pretty. Not on the inside. Think you're pretty. Not on the inside. Think you're better. Probably are. Think you're better. Probably are. I will beat on this layer. I will slay the Savior. I will beat on this layer. I will slay the Savior. Then she has been drinking dry. I'll be behind while she lies. Then she has been drinking dry. I'll be behind while she lies. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat. Deathstarters United! Deathstarters United! Holy gods! Holy gods! Builders are taking over! Builders are taking over! Will you fight? Will you fight? You must choose a side. You must choose a side. Will you be their slaves? Will you be their slaves? Slaves. Release me. Release me. Release me. Release. You torture my soul. You torture my soul. Release me. Release me. Release me. Release. My soul. Watch out. My soul. We are savages. We are savages. No food, no water. Y'all do, yeah, holler. So wise. Like one here, like one here, like one here. What is that? Lord have mercy on the wretched house. Lord have mercy on the wretched house. Please excuse me, can't think for themselves. Please excuse me, can't think for themselves. We are 70 years. We are 70 years. No good, no water. Y'all do, y'all love. Lord have mercy on the wretched house. Lord have mercy on the wretched house. Please excuse me, can't think for themselves. Please excuse me, can't think for themselves. So wise. Like one here, like one here, like one here. What is that? Lord have mercy on the wretched house. Lord have mercy on the wretched house. Please excuse me, can't think for themselves. Please excuse me, can't think for themselves. We are 70 years. We are 70 years. No good, no water. Y'all do, y'all holler. Lord have mercy on the wretched house. Lord have mercy on the wretched house. Please excuse me, can't think for themselves. Please excuse me, can't think for themselves. We've been playing this for years.
I'm holding in there, Mikey D. I'm holding in there.
Why we fight you? 'Cause you wanna control us. 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 Struggle, 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 struggle.
Alright, we'll play again. Should be okay. Cute.
Why we fight you? 'Cause you wanna control us. 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 Control us. Think you're pretty, not on the inside. Think you're pretty, not on the inside. Think you're better, you probably are. Think you're better, you probably are. I will be the demon slayer, I will slay the slayers. I will be the demon slayer, I will slay the slayers. This she doesn't drink me dry, us behind while she lies. This she doesn't drink me dry, us behind while she lies. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat, burn it. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat, burn it. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat, burn it. Get on the heat, get on the heat, get on the heat, burn it. Think you're hot, totally not. Think you're hot, totally not. You're so conceited, yes you are. You're so conceited, yes you are. I will be the demon slayer, I will slay the servant. I will be the demon slayer, I will slay the servant. Let me not drink me dry. probably are. Think you're better. You probably are. I will be the demon slayer. I will slay the serpent. I will be the demon slayer. I will slay the serpent. Let's see, I can drink me dry. I'll be behind. I'll see life. Let's see, I can drink me dry. I'll be behind. I'll see life. Get on the head. Get on the head. Get on the head. Burn it. Get on the head. Get on the head. Get on the head. Burn it. Get on the head. Get on the head. Get on the head. Burn it. Get on the head. Get on the head. Get on the head. Burn it. Texas, united. Texas, united. Great gods, great gods. Buildings are taking over. Buildings are taking over. Will you fight? Will you fight? You must decide. You must decide.
Whatever.
Will you be their slaves? Will you be their slaves?
Welcome to Lady Lisa Show. Sorry I had to do these long intros. They won't put out my broadcast. It's pretty frustrating. I'm back on Yard Stream. We were the top 5% that broadcast over 20 hours a month. It's ridiculous. So congratulations to us. Okay. So what are we here to watch today? Oh, what was it? All right, who's that, guys? Who is that? Right there. Right there.
I've lost my faith in the human race. Oh, but I still believe in you. Deliciously nothing. Deliciously nothing. Deliciously nothing.
Who the fuck is Monty Hicks?
Here we go. Welcome to Deliciously Nothing. I'm Alponio Classico. I'm Reverend Muffington.
Montavious Hicks?
And tonight's guests, we have Lady Lacey at the Lady Lacey Show and Kevon Dunn, musician and musical guest tonight.
Thank you.
Well, it's a drinking show, so let's get some shots. Are you drinking tonight?
I'll have a shot.
All right.
Awesome.
Are you drinking tonight?
I can't have a shot.
She's thinking about it.
Yeah.
She's
I was thinking about it.
There was a pause in the pause. Alright. That's for you, Kevin. You got a shot?
He called you Kevin, notice that?
I did.
I just let it slide, man. Yeah, I get it.
Too many times to correct something.
Yeah, it's been my whole life.
Did you want one, Anna? Have you had vanilla crown before?
I don't know that I've had the vanilla crown before.
It's delicious.
Who knows?
And it's also like for some reason it's the cheapest one in all of them. It's
Well,
like
you
fucking
should
$10.
Apple
Is it?
What are we doing a cheer to?
Eddie.
To Eddie. Yeah.
Eddie.
There you go.
Eddie, yes, to Eddie.
Some heavy shit right there.
That was pretty. That was a pretty hard thing to take right there.
Absolutely. So I'm having a booger issue.
It's my gum, but you know how you try to flick a booger, it just doesn't go anywhere.
Better with your gum.
I mean, it's happened. You know,
Yeah,
it's never happened.
If you use tissue.
You can, because then you get a little piece of tissue still left, and then you're like still trying to claw that out.
There's no good way to go about it.
No. In the shower,
Just
it's the
don't
best
do
way.
it. No,
The shower is the best way because the steam loosens everything up, and you can feel it loosen, and then just one big snot rocket and cleans the whole channel.
I hate snot rockets.
It's great.
Yeah. Anyway, how y'all doing today? Great transition. Y'all like that? From snot rocket to
All right,
you
well,
guys.
let's start with the ladies first. So we got Lady Lacey of the Lady Lacey Show. Everyone, let's give her a round of applause. And I guess give us a.
First of all, where can everybody else find you? I'm sorry.
Well, right now I'm only on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I am the Lady Lacey Show, spaced out, and that's the only place you can find me right now.
You have any special guests?
Such a loser.
Can you do special guests at your show?
Do I have special guests?
Yeah.
No.
You should expand beyond the closet. Sorry. No, so what do you think?
Yeah, I just have a small show, and I run it right now in my closet, which is actually an expansion. You know, it was a corner of the room, so I took everything out of my closet, and now that's what I do in there.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
Now, do you do it as yourself? Or
Hey,
you do it as
Mikey.
a personality of yourself? Is it like an exaggeration of yourself, like you have your TV personality?
Well, I mean, I just try to be cheerful. You know,
What is
that's
so
it's still
upset?
me.
Right
You
on.
know?
So give us some subjects that you talk about.
So I talk flat Earth. Definitely, my subscribers, my followers are definitely flat earthers. I'm a flat earther, and we do all kinds of conspiracies, every single one. And we're making headway. We're having meetings. We're having conferences. You know, and
I love
it's been amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Or you get more people to believe the Earth's flat then.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of hurt people out there. The
Don't
system
understand how.
has hurt a
How do you
bunch of
believe?
people. And once you just realize that they just started lying to you from the beginning.
But the Earth isn't flat though. It's a globe.
Have you been outside of Tennessee? Have you been outside of Tennessee? Have you been in an airplane?
I mean, yeah, I've been on airplanes. I used to,
Have you
save
seen
all my
it?
money all summer and ride an airplane to go see relatives.
How long are you there, Flat Earth?
And really, it's a new phenomenon. I'm just from Franklin, graduated Franklin High School.
Well, I mean, at one time,
No,
people
I
did
didn't.
believe that the Earth was flat.
Exactly. This is a new phenomenon, I guess, 5 years old. So if anyone ever told you that they grew up and they were flat earthers from the beginning, it's probably not true.
Well,
That's one of our
what's the one main
way we
specific
tell.
thing that you would think that makes you a flat Earth? Like the one thing, without a doubt, this is the one reason the Earth is flat.
Because we're not moving. Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to.
Moving?
I'm kind of nervous,
Earth is not
Mikey.
moving.
But, if we just use
Hold on.
our own senses.
I was nervous, Mikey. This happened about a week ago, and I was quite nervous. And my husband made me designated driver, so I couldn't get enough alcohol in my system to really do a good job. These guys were really nice. Practice, Mikey. I need more practice. No, Franklin, Tennessee.
We don't feel the world spinning.
I'm in Nashville. I drove to Nashville to this person has like a shed in their backyard, like a nice one, a big size one. And he has the podcast equipment in there. You see, he has the guitars. It's this dude right here, and he was really fascinating. I really liked him a lot. That's my cat.
And we just have to trust our own senses.
We're just
And
watching
quit
it. I
trusting
haven't
what
watched
they
it yet.
do.
We're watching it together.
I mean, if it's flat, then you don't need gravity, really. It's there to fool you. It's there to confuse you. Nobody can really.
Let's stop for a second. And
figure that
anybody who
out.
is listening, our 10 listeners of the evening, apparently, the flat Earth essentially is that we're on a disc, correct?
No.
No, we're not on a disc. So is it like
We're like on this table.
Yeah.
This, so if it didn't have legs, just this is the top.
This is perfect, okay? Look, guys, you got the North Pole in the middle, right? And all the equator has a circle.
Where's the South Pole?
The South Pole.
If it was the table.
actually there's not a South Pole. It's an ice wall, correct? Right.
Well, I mean, suppose
So
I haven't been there. Can't verify it for you. That's your own business.
but then there's also our atmosphere essentially is all contained in a dome.
Neither are they.
Right. And then from what I understand, the moon and the sun spin like we're in the simulation almost.
Could you, like, yeah, if you use your shots, yeah. Like,
So
the,
like
yeah.
this is a light, like the Truman Show. This
No,
is,
you-
and
no.
then they spin.
Okay, we only need two, okay?
Are you
So-
lost? Are you not paying attention?
No,
Oh,
paying attention.
Right?
He was ready to
Yeah, perfect. Like, okay, the dome is over, right?
This is
You
done.
got your stars
Right.
and the sun and the moon.
The stars are on the dome.
Yeah.
They're under the dome, but yeah.
Right on the dome.
And the sun and the moon are the exact same size, and they just go in clockwise
Right.
position
And they just
in
gotta
the
spin
circle.
all around. Okay.
That's interesting.
Well, so I grew up, as a kid of the 70s and 80s, so I remember distinctively the space shuttle program.
I just watched
Carl
that.
Sagan is a big.
Well, we don't
hero
talk
of mine,
flat Earth
a big
the whole
influence.
time.
When I was a kid,
The
I
guy in
remember
the middle,
having,
he's
when I
gonna
was
play
in the
music.
70s,
That's a
I had
comedian in the
rocket
red shirt.
models, like the Apollos and
This guy-
everything.
the
And
guy-
I
the
remember
hippie guy
every fucking space
On
shuttle
the
launch
opposite side of me, he's
up until Challenger
he's the one
exploded.
running
Then
this
I just
podcast,
I
trying to figure out
stopped.
podcasts.
It's heartbreaking.
And then
I
Jason,
can't.
I don't really know
I
what's
did.
going
It's
on.
hard to watch.
I think
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
a
yeah.
big-
I'm not watching. I just I can't. I mean, I was just too close to
That's
home.
how I
I
got
mean,
here.
dude, that
I
was.
remember what it was.
Do you remember watching?
Yes.
Did you watch it live?
That's cool.
I was on the phone with a friend. Was that school? Because we must have been skipping school then. Because I was at home. We were both watching it fucking together. And then in the mid-sentence, man, it happened in front of us. We just stopped. It was just silent on both sides. And we're just like, dude, what the fuck? I mean, seriously, you watch it. No one knows what's going on. You hear one guy saying, well, I think, the booster's just attached. It's like, no, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not the
next thing you
boosters.
hear is
The boosters drop. The boosters don't shoot out from.
I'm not gonna laugh at that, but yeah, you're right. It was just what in the world is going on? It
But
makes
I grew
me-
up, actually wanting to be an astronaut. I actually wanted to be an archaeologist too. Actually, did you believe that there were dinosaurs?
I was just like you. I loved NASA back in the day. I loved Ancient Alien. Remember?
Great TV show.
Is he there?
It's a great TV
show. He's a ghost.
That's one of those things to binge watch when you're just
I was watching Ancient Aliens. I watched all of them. The PBS specials. I'm right there with you. Like, I mean,
But you just flipped, and you're like, nope, everything's flat.
I watched a really good. You remember how YouTube just had autoplay?
Yeah.
And I woke up to like a flat Earth autoplay on YouTube on my smart TV. It's like a 4-hour movie documentary. And I had laundry to do, work that night. I watched that whole 4-hour thing. Took breaks, gotta get ready.
Yeah.
And then I went to work that night because I worked third shift. And I told everybody that night, the Earth is flat. Satellites aren't real. They don't travel to the moon. Like it just hit me right then and there. This documentary was so good. that was it. That's all I needed right then there. I had studied NASA. I love NASA. I watched all the black hole stuff and the dark matter, and I was all into all that. But once things start making sense, it changes the game.
Interesting.
So
You like
another
magic
guest
shows?
here. We got another guest here, Kevin, musical guest.
Get up to.
So
What's your name again?
Steven.
I got that again.
It's all right, man. Hey, if you guys spell it right on YouTube, people can
I think I
search
did.
for it. Yeah, the flyer, all of it looked good.
Ain't that bad.
I think that was great.
All right, now let's talk to you.
All right.
You think the moon's there? No, I'm just kidding. No, okay. You play music.
I do.
How long and like where are you from?
So I am coming here tonight from way of Joplin, Missouri, which is over. I didn't come all the way from Joplin today, but I've got shows over in Poplar Bluff, Southeast Missouri, and I had this going on, so it was kind of worked out that I would be ish in the area.
You live in Missouri though, right now. You live
right
there.
now I do.
Shut up! You're the farthest
You're
one
the
away.
farthest one we've ever
Yeah,
had.
you do. You got a lot of first in this town. He's the first.
I'll say this is the first time I've ever done a video recording podcast.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, video
No.
recorded.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
This is the first time I've been on.
I was trying to do that in a dress and like
Oh, what do you do?
Yeah.
I mean, it's there, but
we try to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Whatever.
you want it to be conversational.
as long as you're comfortable.
Yeah. There's a lot of bats in Missouri, right? Oh, absolutely. Most of it is from me.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you after the show.
Man, yeah, right.
You watch Ozark?
Dude, I watched the first episode of Ozark, and I was very anxious that day, and it was too real for me. When they were like in the office and shooting people, putting them in the barrels, I was like, no, thank you. This is too much for me right now. I
Just
haven't
happened down
been
the
back
street.
into it. I love Jason Bateman, and it's weird because like I've got family in and around that area. But no, I haven't been back to check it out. I need to. It's been in my Netflix queue forever. Yeah, I've only heard good things about it.
It is the truth.
I feel out of the loop every time my friends talk about it. But yeah, man, I've born and bred in Missouri for most of my life, between Poplar Bluff, Southeast Missouri, and then Joplin, Southwest Missouri, and Joplin is where I'm at right now.
What's your musical influence? Where do you get?
Man, it comes from all over
Everybody,
the place. Yeah, I mean, I think any person who really loves the craft and loves the art is going to they're going to have their
Something from
finger,
everybody,
yeah, in a lot of different pies musically. Absolutely, and I think it's necessary.
Yeah. I get it.
I think that's a big part of any artistic endeavor. Is I think it's much better to borrow a little something from everybody than to get too into one thing.
So that leads my next question: are you self-taught, or do you somebody teach you how to play?
Yeah, so I have been playing drums literally as long as I can remember.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, even in pictures of me when I'm like my first Christmas, first birthday, there's like the little like electronic drum pads and stuff. And I have like a little toy Fisher Price snare drum, and there's pictures of me when I'm like 2. We'd be like after church, and like it's like whenever you would sit on your parents' lap driving a car, like I would be sitting on the church drummer's lap and be doing the pedals, and I'd have the sticks, And then I got one lesson when I was like 4 or 5 years old from a guy at the church my family went to, and he went to college.
Yeah.
And I just took the ball and ran with it. Then when I was about 10 or so, I got kind of bored with drums. I picked up bass. Then I started taking piano lessons so I could do band in school. And then through kind of just knowing the layout of, the neck of a bass and all the theory and the chords and stuff with piano, guitar was just kind of there, And then I did a lot of music stuff in high school. I've been in bands forever. And then I did a year in college to study percussion performance. And, I thought, it was cool, but a degree wasn't going to help me do what I wanted to do, and so that was when I kind of started hitting the gigs seriously. That was about 2012, 2013.
Interesting.
You got a song for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Whenever you guys are ready, we can
Whenever.
play some music.
We kind of play this by ear. We have no set formats.
Yeah,
So if we ever want to play,
absolutely.
is it called Flat Earth?
It is. I'm doing an album of flat Earth stuff right now.
That's amazing.
Good. Some title or
What are you guys in the mood to hear?
Play us something of yours.
Something new
I like
of mine.
upbeat, but you play whatever. I don't know what
Upbeat.
because I want something that you can clap your hands to
Sure.
and stomp your toes to.
Sure.
So there you go.
So this will be, I guess this works out at least somewhat well. This is going to be like one of the first songs I ever wrote. Maybe the first. I'm not exactly sure. But I was, like, I think I was 14 when I wrote this song, which really, I think, more than anything, just shows how horribly lazy I am. But it's one of those songs that I like, and it kind of stuck with me. And it's just like, I've done it over and over again with different bands, and I have a couple of recorded versions of it. And then I did a newish one back in like March, April, that I really like. In school band, it's got the whole deal. So, but I'm just gonna do it on guitar and harmonica, and this one, it's called Gold. We've had some rough times here, I know, but I still love you even so. Our worlds are crashing around us, but I'll still give all my trust. Take my hand, I'll go where you wanna go. It's alright, 'cause I am not alone. And I know when we make it down the road, start it over, turn it into gold. Into gold. I know that we're both still in love, and in the end, we'll be together. I still care about you so much. I'm so scared, but I'll trust you anyway. Take my hand, I'll go where you wanna go. It's alright, 'cause I am not alone. And I know when we make it down the road, we'll start it over, we'll turn it into gold. Well, sometimes I'm so impatient, I want this all to end, and I want you back so badly. And how did this begin? Sometimes I still feel you in the middle of the night. So come on back here, baby, 'cause I still just don't feel right. Take my hand, I'll go where you wanna go. It's alright, 'cause I am not alone. And I know when we make it down the road, we'll start it over and turn it into gold. Turn it into gold. Turn it into gold. Yeah! There you go.
Thank you guys.
You didn't back up singing this time. Remember, we got some good backup singers over here.
I'm a little lit. How many are we at? Because I think I've hit my limit.
No, we haven't. Wait,
Not you're a 5.
no, wait, you're limit. We had 2 the first show.
I had 3 the first.
Ooh.
I
I thought it was 2.
don't know.
There's 2 the first show.
Who fucking cares?
I had 12
That should be this should be number 4 right here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's very sweet of you.
I'll pour it for you, Mothers. No. Just pour yourself one and drink it.
Yeah.
These are new.
I didn't even see y'all pour those. I just put the bottle up.
No, I said it in front of you because you weren't tasting.
Yeah, I'm highly impressed. That's your first song you came up with?
That's one. I mean, if not
One of
the
the
first, it was the second. It was. We're talking. It was there early on. Oh, very early on, and it was. I mean, I don't know. Do we get like a little VH1 storyteller?
No, yeah, lovely way. You know, a story I like to hear.
Oh, I mean, it's nothing too crazy. I just was like 14, and the girl I was dating at the time dumped me.
No, don't say you gotta go with the dump food phase.
Oh man, she dumped me specifically so she could date another guy. And it was one of those things where she was like, I just want to know what it's like, and then we'll get back together. And I was like, okay, babe.
No.
And then, since then the song, it's weird, like the song, even if you didn't write it, I think there could be, you don't listen to a song for a long time, and then it kind of, you kind of come back to it, and it just, there's something different there about it. And that's just kind of how the song is always, it's like a ghost, man. It just follows me around everywhere, Or like toilet paper stuck to my shoe or something. It's just always trailing behind me.
At least you got something good at it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all we have are our experiences and stuff.
Yeah.
And, it's nice to be able to have an outlet to channel that, for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting indeed.
Thank you, man.
Do you have any type of like horrible road stories?
He loved the word
Any
stories.
hidden murdered hookers?
Dude, I unfortunately,
on the way over here.
due to legal reasons, I can't talk about this.
As long as you say allegedly.
I'm just a person of interest in a lot of those murder cases. It's not. I'm just they're interested.
You
That's
look
all.
just like
I'm not a
you.
suspect. No, I'm just kidding. Man, you see, I've wanted for a long time to start a blog, just because some of the stuff that you see, even if it's not that crazy, it's weird,
Yeah.
But probably the weirdest one that comes to mind is, this was like about 6 years ago now, a little over 6 years maybe. I was in Fort Smith, Arkansas. It was like northwest Arkansas, around Fayetteville, that area. And a buddy of mine, we were doing like a little rock trio thing, playing at this bar. This bar, I mean, it looked like if you had been shrunk and just walked into a cinder block. It was just like concrete, everything, like just straight rectangle. And so we get to playing, and this girl comes in, and she's talking to these dudes at the bar, and I hear her say to this one guy, she's like, well, whip it out. I don't want to stick it or anything. I just like looking at dicks. And I was like, you're an interesting person, And so she's like making a scene, and then this like guy and this older woman come in, and they're all hanging out together. We're on break. We go back. We're playing again. We come to find out, like, this girl who's trying to see dicks. This dude that came in is her.
That was a good joke.
Yeah, this dude that came in is her brother, and their mom is with them also.
What?
And so we get up and we're playing again, and the mom is like having a love affair with our guitar player. She's just like in his face as close as she can be, like singing all the words, like flashing pretty serious doomy eyes, you know. And then like we look out, and on the little area where people are dancing, this brother and sister are like dancing together. And I'm kind of like, okay, like I have a sister, and I could see if we were like going to some weird friend's wedding, we didn't know anybody, and like Shout comes on and everybody's dancing. I can see getting out there.
We got a show coming up. All right, everybody, I'm gonna end this, and we have another one. We're gonna be talking sticky experiments, and I got a little bit of extra info to that, and I don't know. I got a new guitar app, so we can try that out, and a mask. We're gonna try wearing a mask. Yeah. All right, rock on, y'all. I love you. And Jesus #1.